Okay, so we will continue from the last class, right? So I was talking about the variables. The basically in variables you can store any property. Okay, if you think, right, normally what we do is you can store the color palettes. That is what use all over the place. But anything you think, right, that gonna be used many places, like repeat all the time. Then later on when you become advanced developer, right, you will be just create, you just gonna create something in the variables, like nicely structure your variables, right, which are used all over the place. It just makes sense. Okay, it just become easy, right? You don't have to write this, remember this code all the time. If you need black, just call the black color, right? All like that. So we will see, right? We're gonna maybe add some font also. We're gonna add what else? I mean, you can put anything, any CSS property, and you can use as variable. This is just simple example, right? How you gonna use? First, you know how to create it by dash dash the name of the variable, colon, and the property, right? Sorry, value of our whatever value you need. Okay, so if I say, let's say font size, right? For example, I said font is small. Okay, for example, maybe I will put it here. How much? Maybe 20 pixel. Can I do that? Now I can just go back here, right? And I want to use this variable. So what for, this is for font is small, right? So I will just call by font size and variable, right? See, it will be fine. But let's go live, right, and check now. Okay, so see, this is small right now. This is small, but if I can change the variable size, what gonna happen? Let's try. I will close this. So I'm gonna change this to 60 pixel and save. See, my heading grows, right? So for example, I have a 20 heading and heading 1, and I want all of them same size. I can just put it here in one place and just use the font. I mean, you can just put for that one, even you don't have to do, I mean, the short heading 1, that is what we're doing here, right? So this is fine. Okay, one place you just add it and it's done. But normally this is more beneficial for the color. Okay, color and different font family and all that. If you have many 2 3 or 4 different font family from Google, you can just add in the variable and use that. Okay, so let's try to add something here, right? What we gonna add? So in heading 1, let's put border, right? Border. Okay, but I want to put border on the bottom. Okay, yesterday you guys were using the horizontal line, right? SR. Let's see if we can do something with border or not. The border, we can do maybe 2 pixel solid, and color I want to add the variable, right? Okay, so I just put, maybe we have already blue. Can we do that again? You're not gonna see, right? Because you have blue, you're not gonna see. So let's change here. Let's get some new color, right? Or let's make it white. You see that? Or you can have different color here. So let's call it red, right? Equal to so I don't know what is that code, but 1F 1F 1F, something like that. We'll change later. Okay, so here, go back to somewhere, this one. Okay, and then we call, this is not complete red, light red, but this is just a name for now, right? Oh, we cannot see that, so maybe we can make it more dark. So it's difficult to see, right? The border bottom 2 pixels solid. Okay, so it is difficult to see this color in our oh
The
yeah, yeah, yeah.
variable.
What is that?
I was mentioning the variable
Yeah,
declaration is was
yeah,
missing.
yeah, exactly. Okay, thank you. So you see now right here, see that? So we just put the border, this is border, right? That's the border, but I put border bottom only. You can do, remember the how the our margin padding work, margin top, margin bottom, basically margin top clockwise, okay? Clockwise, margin top, right, bottom, left. So I just use border bottom also, right? Same thing, okay? 2 pixel, that's the size of the border. If I change this to 10 pixel, it will be grow, right? Okay, so if I want the border also in the left side, so I will just do border left. Okay, sometimes you're going to use this technique, right? And then I'll call it maybe 10 pixel, so solid, and then variable red. Okay, so it looks something like this. See, if I remove this, right, sometimes you're going to have some information, right? Maybe one paragraph or something. On the left side you have a border, some kind of border. So just this design pattern, something like that, right? Okay. So that is variable, guys. I mean, just remember how to create variable and how to use that, right? Just any property, and they call the variable name related property, and then use the related variables. Okay, so we're done with the variable. So now let's learn about the flexbox. Okay, so I'll just delete this. We're just gonna use this one, right? I will delete here, and CSS also. Okay, leave that one. Leave this. Let's make it some dark, right? Somewhere like this. Yeah, let's make it dark. White is that's fine. Let's change this to maybe some. There is something called tomato, or maybe you can keep it, right. The tomato color will be somewhere like this. Okay, text black, font. Okay, we don't need this one. Okay, delete that for now. Okay, guys, so we're gonna prepare for our flexbox. What is flexbox, right? So the flexbox means the design pattern, right, in CSS, in which you need two things. You're gonna need parent box and child box. Okay, so let's create something called parent, right? So div dot, call it container, or maybe parent. Okay, let's call it parent, and then I'm gonna create three child here, right? So let's call it class of we can call anything. Let's call it item, right? So this is the first child, second, third, fourth, whatever, how many you want is okay, right? So this is a parent and this is the child. Okay, parent child, right? We can put some heading one here. Let's give it learning flexbox. So when how you gonna make flexbox, right? Always remember, you need something like this. You need the box which is parent, and then there will be some child. So this is a block element, block, right? Even you're gonna have ul, right? This is the parent and this is the child, home. Okay, like that, right? So there is parent and child. You can apply the flex box here also. Okay, so that's how you're gonna do the work. So for now I will comment this out. Okay, so now I will add some basic styling, right? So in the parent I will select here, that is a class dot parent. Okay, and I'm gonna give a background color. Okay, background color, maybe let's make it variable white, right? Dash white. Okay, and then background color variable dash dash white. This is a parent, right? parent parent. Okay, now let's select this class, right? Item. So when I have that class dot item, let's make it background color of variable red. Okay, dash dash red. And then I'm going to give some size. Right now there is no size, right? So you're not going to see anything, but let's add some padding here. Okay, let's put some padding, right? So you can top and bottom, left, right. Let's make it 20 pixel all side. See, that's the box. That's our white box. Now the item, the child, right? The child, there is 4 child. So I'm going to give a width and height for now. So let's make it 200 pixel width and 200 pixel height for now. Just fix height, right? 200 pixel, just to demonstrate, right? Okay, see, now there is 4 box. This is too much, right? Make it 100, maybe 100 is okay, or 50. Let's try 50 pixel. So each child, right, see, they all touch it, they are touching each other, right? So that's why it looks like one line. But if I put margin bottom, right, margin bottom of maybe 5 pixel, look at here, see, that's the 4 box, 4 children. Okay, inside the white, right? Inside the white parent. Now, how the FlexBox work? How the FlexBox work, right? So I'm going to give one more class here, right? Let's call it Flex. Flex, okay. In the parent, I have one more class. So I'm going to use that class to just write Flex. So just below here, I will call dot flex. So the first property, right? First property for flex is basically, like how you're going to display your child in different way, how you arrange your child, right? So display, that is the first property, and it will go in the parent. Display flex, that's it. See, once I put that, right, all the child get in one line, in one row, right, horizontally. And because there is no more gap, right, because I had the margin bottom. If I put margin right, okay, just put margin 5 pixel, right? See, that margin is all side, that's why you see gap. But you don't have to do this. Okay, there is a property called gap, right, in CSS in Flexbox. So it will go in the parent, it is called gap. Let's make it maybe 20 pixel for now. See, okay, so that's it. This is the first one, right? So let's imagine you have any child and you want to put in one line. You can do the same thing like this. Okay, here, right, for example, you remember you have seen the navigation bar, right? And there is a navigation bar and there is space between each of them and all that, and how they get in one line. So let's imagine this is the UL parent and you have this home, about, contact, button, whatever, right? No matter how many you have here. Okay, but just imagine this is your navigation bar like that, right? So if you just go back here and apply, okay, just put class here, right? Class flex. Look at that. So you just get in one line, right? Because this is the list, so you get dot here. You have to, apply some list, li list style type. List style type should be none, right? Or none, none, none. And see, you get the navigation link. You can click here and all that, right? Okay, so the flex is to make the child go in one row. Okay, one row, right? You see how many column now here. The number of item is the column. This is one column, two column, three column. If you look from the top, right, that's the column. If you look from the left side, this is one row. Okay, okay, so that's how you put the items in one line. display flex and just give it some gap. If you don't put gap, right, there will be no space between the child. See, the all childs are attached together, so you put gap. Okay, gap of maybe whatever you need, right, depends. So let's pick it 20 pixel for now. Okay, so that's the simple flex now, right? So there is, we're gonna do the next example now. I will remove this for from our design. Right now we don't need this. Okay, that's the use case, right? One use case, but you always gonna put something on the left and right. So that's what you have to do. You need parent, put something in the child, and the child will be arranged left and right. So just remember that one for now. The next one is how you put things in the center, right? So I will just copy this one again and put it here. Okay, so just comment this out for now, right? Just comment this one, and I will remove now. I'll just keep one item. Okay, so how you gonna put something in the center, right? Because this white box is small, why not we make it some big? Let's go back to our parent, right, and give a height. Okay, some height. Okay, height of maybe 50 vh, 50% of the screen, right? Means the size of this 50%, the height of this browser right now. So if I scroll down, it will grow. Okay, see. Okay, so how I gonna bring this box to the center, right? Center, how I can center the element, how I can do that, that is important. Always you gonna need, right, to center something. So how you gonna center the child item? This is a parent child, right? So always in the parent, so we have class flex for the parent also, right? This flex, that's what we are using. So the first one now, right, the first property we're gonna look at justify content. Okay, so there is five, right, uh, five value for this justify content. So will be flex start. So, but this is by default, right? It's there. Okay, it's there by default. It's flex start. But if I put flex end, so it moves on the right side. See, the right side of the container, right? If I put in the center, save, right? Save, cent center. See, it's in the center. So there is more, right? Like space between, space around, space evenly. Okay, but right now we don't have many items, right? If I put more items, let's say if I bring one more item, right? Save. See, that's the space between, means space between two child. Okay, if I have space around, right? So there will be space all around the childs. Okay, so normally what you're gonna remember, right, for now is center. How you center the child? They are in the center right now. That is horizontal centering. That is justify content. Okay, so let's delete this, right, or comment this out. Now let's, next one is align item. This is vertical movement. Okay, vertical movement. So if I put center now, it get in the center of the container. But if I remove this one from here, I don't want to move horizontally, right, for now. So see, so align item, moving the items in the same place, because horizontally, right, horizontally it is right now is start. Okay, always by default it will be in the start. That is the start, right? Save. That is the starting point. Okay, so again align item has also flex start, flex. The flex start is by default start, right? That is by default. You can do flex in, it will move down, right? You can put center, what we saw that, okay, center, see? So that div is moving, right, in different places. So align, flex start, flex in, align item, uh, stretch, what gonna happen now? So stitch in the beginning, right? But normally why you gonna need this always? To put things in the center. So center of the box, okay? So that's what you have to do. Combining horizontally and vertically to make things in the center. Okay? So now you may be thinking, right, where are you going to put this justify content and align item? These are the property of the parent element. These are the property of the parent element. So always remember, display flex will go in the parent box, gap parent, justify content, align item in the parent. Okay. All right. So what else we can understand now? Okay. So let's do the next one, right? Let's comment this out. And we try to understand some more like a, oh, let's delete this. So uncomment, I will uncomment this again, right? And now we're gonna check, we have 4 box, so we're gonna check, right, how you're gonna make this boxes grow or shrink or wrap and all that. Okay, so if I need to make all these boxes equal size, right, how am I gonna do that? I want to make all these boxes equal size. So I have this item, right? Let's make it, give it different class name. Okay, item 1, item 2, item 3, item 4, right? 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's say I will select item 1, right? Item 1. So they all are in the center right now. Okay, they all are in the center. So what we're gonna do for now, let's remove this or comment this out. I want to show something, right, which not, just keep it like normal. Okay, so now we're gonna select the child, right, and give some size to the child. Okay, so dot item, right, item 1, and if I say flex grow, okay, flex grow. So now this is for the child, right? Flex grow is for the child. Okay, 1. See, so now whatever space available, right, the 1 is pushed all the remaining items. Okay, if it get big, see, it grows automatically, it just takes all the available space. There is only enough space for the 3 boxes, but the first one grow automatically. Okay, so now what gonna happen, right? If I make this 3 flex grow 3, what gonna happen? It's still same, right? Because the other 3 don't have any size. So let's do the same thing for all the 3. Okay, so this is item 2, item 3, and item 4, right? 4. So let's make it flex grow 1, 1, 1, and 1. So what happened now? We get equal size of 4 box. See that? So sometimes you need to make a container of equal size, something like that. Just give it like that, right? Now it is responsive. Okay, if I see, all will gonna grow, all is going to shrink. See, they are all equal size. But let's say I want the first one, right, twice the rest. So I just have to do it 2. See, now the first box get twice the size of the remaining. So there will be a lot of use cases, right? You're gonna do this. and we're going to see in our projects also when we need. Okay, so if I make 3 time, right, it's okay, it will grow the in ratio the 3 times the size of other. See? If there is a small box, a small area, right, still this will be 3 times the size of all these three. See? It will just change in the ratio. Okay, now, so what else we can do, right? There is flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basis, right? So what is flex basis? Remember the width we have given here, width for our item, right? Width. The width is called flex basis also. Okay, so we cannot put here, right? We cannot do the flex basis there. You have to do it in the child. So let's say if I put flex basis, right, and I can give a size now here, maybe 400 pixels. So what's gonna happen? See, now I have given my fourth child the fixed width. I said you grow 400 pixel, right? Fixed width. See, first it will take 400. It is 400 pixel. If there is no space, then only it will shrink, right? See, so that's how it works, guys. So flex basis is the width of the child. Okay. Normally, what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna do flex like this. That means flex grow 1, flex shrink 1, and flex basis is 0. It's like 1, 1, and 0, right? There is flex grow means it will grow automatically if there is space. It will shrink also, and there is basis 0 right now. So it's something like this, right? See, it's normal, right? No problem. So see the shrink, first shrinking the first one. Right? See that this is shrinking because we have flex shrink there, right? This is the one, okay, the second one. But right now maybe it's difficult understanding for you guys. Just not worry, okay? Just remember there is something like this you can do, right? The only thing you have to remember is what is mean by display flex, justify content, and align item, okay, and gap. Just make a note of this, right? This line, that's it for now. Display flex, gap, justify content center, align item center. That's it. And then remember there is a box, right? There will be a box, parent box, and there will be a child, and then only in the parent you can apply the flex. That's, and we're gonna from tomorrow we're gonna start using doing our projects for structuring, and then in that one we're gonna explore more about the flex, because if I keep talking about the flex, it will not help. But now I want you to make a note how you apply flex to the parent, and you just have to remember this property, okay, for now. One more thing, right? There is called flex wrap, okay? Flex wrap, right? Flex wrap. So that will make things responsive, okay? Means if there is no space, enough space, it will be wrapping, right? So it did not wrap. Why? Flex. Yeah, because we have given all flex grow 1, 1, 1, flex grow 3. But still it should wrap, save that. Okay, let's go back. Okay, see that now if there is no space, right, it will wrap. Okay, if not enough space, because if not enough space, it will be wrapped down, it will just go down, right? See, the box will just drop down. That is called flex wrap. Okay, so for now just keep it in mind. That is all about the flex for simply, because you can add like a media query to the flex and all that, but let's not complex this one. Okay, just keep it up to here. So we learned about the flex, we learned about the what do you call that, we learned about the variables. So if we go to our, let's go to our GitHub, right? And see what we're gonna do tomorrow. I will show you, just give me a second. CSS. So we're gonna open this, right? I just open this. So I want to just start something simple today, and then we're gonna continue tomorrow. Okay, let's do that. So even this simple site here, right? This one, simple one. Okay, how you gonna create this simple thing? So there is there is a heading and paragraph, right? And there is some background color. Okay, the background color is given here. This is the background color. So let's call it let's call this challenge one, right? Or project one, whatever. So, so let's. I was planning tomorrow, but let's start today. Okay, let's do it. This is very simple. It will be take only few minutes. .css, and we have index.html, style.css. So in index, you're gonna connect to your you know of index. Go to the index, connect your CSS file, right? So let's call it challenge one. Challenge one. It's very simple, right? It looks very simple. Okay. Okay. So there is, if you look at here, right, how you gonna achieve this? So it looks like one box, right? One box. So maybe we have, let's say we have a section, right, or header, whatever. Okay, section, and then there is a h1 tag. So lorem maybe 10, right, or 5, something like that. Okay, 5 word only. And then there is a paragraph, 1 2 3 4 paragraph, right? So let's add 4 paragraph. Okay, let's do that. So if I go here, p tag, 1 paragraph, let's make it 2 only, no need to put too much, right? Okay, 2 paragraph. So if we open this in a live view, right, live view, it looks something like this. Okay, so let's try to structure this. uh Structure this, right? So just for now, just remember our design. Okay, we're going to create something like this, and we have the background color here, right? Okay, background color. Okay, we're going to create something like this. So how are we going to achieve that, right? How are we going to achieve that? So just imagine I have a section, right? Section, right now I have a parent section. So I will select that section. Okay, close this, I don't need. I'm just gonna, first I will remove all the margin and padding. That's what I will do always. Margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box. Okay, now I have a section. I have only one section. I'll keep it like that. The first one is I'm going to give a background color to section. I will try, right? See, now if I do that, it looks something like this. So my text is white, right? So let's give it a color white. Okay, and if I go back here, so it looks something like this, is okay. But when I expand the whole page now, right, see, there is some padding also, right? Look like there is padding on the left, top and bottom. Okay, so let's do that. Padding. So I'm going to, my section has a padding is inside the border, right? So top, bottom, let's give it top and bottom maybe 20 pixel, left and right 50 pixels, something like that. Is okay. Yeah, now I need to bring this text together, right? The 50% of this look like, look like a 50% of the section. Okay, 50%, something like that. So how I gonna do that? So maybe, right, maybe what should I do now? Heading 1 paragraph. So I can select like this, maybe heading 1 comma paragraph, and width make it 50%. Okay, yeah, it worked, right? Okay, but this is not a good idea, right? Never do that. Always when you need to control something together, always wrap in the new section or div, right? Div. Let's call this a class, maybe box, right? Okay, and wrap everything inside the box. Now you're gonna select this box here, select that box, dot box, right, and save. Exactly. See, if I give a border now, right, border 2 pixels, solid red, see that, that's the 50% size of the box. If I remove this one, width, right, that's the box 100%, right? But we can do, we can do max width also. It's okay, max width 50%. 50%. See, the box get 50% of the box is inside the box is the child of the section. So inside the section it will be drop go down, right? And now you can select heading 1 and give it some space, margin bottom, right, margin bottom of maybe 20 pixel. Okay, so that's how we work, right? So you're gonna remove this. Okay, that you guys can try that, but first finish your free code camp classes, all that, and then from tomorrow we will start exploring slowly, right? We're going to start building things slowly. Once you master all the technique here, in all these challenges, right, once you master all that technique, that will give you enough strength, right, the thinking power to put any site together. Okay, so that's why all these challenges are here, right? And you're gonna see, even let's say challenge number 8, right, layout. So here you're gonna see, using of this navbar, all that boxes. So you have some design pattern, you're going to make things responsive, you're going to use the font size and all that. Okay, there is a color pattern, you're going to create a variables for all this color. Yeah, so I will find something more, right? But I think this is okay for, as long as you guys can do this easily, it will help you to build any site. After this you should be able to start writing code for our projects. Okay, so we're going to finish all these challenges first, master it piece by piece, and that will be enough to think about any structure of the page. So okay guys, and we will do start, basically we'll start from tomorrow, it's not a problem. Okay, so I will stop here now. Thank you very much. Let's go back to the and the flexbox. You're gonna learn flexbox in the project every day, right? So and in the link also there is a link for flexbox. I mean, if you go back here, right, normally the flexbox we're gonna use is where is that, not that one, this one, right? Here is the guide. Okay, so the flexbox properties for the parent container and the child container here, see. So there is a link in our GitHub already, right? If you go back to the flex part here, if you open this, it will send you same place. Okay, so in here, right, see, this is the container in the purple, and there is 3 yellow boxes. Now when you do the display flex, it will be like this, right, horizontally arranged in the container. Now there is flex direction, normally is, oh, I did not explain this one, flex direction, but this is by default is row, right? And you can do column also. Okay, column means it will go vertically, vertically like this. Our block elements are by default column, right? Okay, so when you do display flex, it will get in the row, one row, but you can do it, you can change also in the column by applying flex direction column. So we are here, let me show you quickly, right? That is one thing I missed to explain. That was, so let's go back here, right? So see in our flex, see here, right? If I do flex direction, by default is row. Row you don't have to do, it will be by default. But if I do column now, right? Column, let's see what happened. Okay, go live server open. See, it just get in the one column now. See, means from top to bottom, right? Just like a normal box, but there is a lot of CSS properties, right? Some looking small because of the size and all that. So that is all about the flex direction column. And the row is by default. If I just make it row here, it's same if I don't add, right? That is a row. See, that is a row. Flex direction is row, and the flex direction column will be put in top to bottom. That's the only difference. Okay. Okay, guys. So I will stop here now. Let's go to the recording. Stop.